Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jackie M.A. Grinny. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most important things about releasing books. And yes, I said releasing books rather than writing books, although it does have a lot to do with writing books. Do you like that kind of content though? Do you like the fact that my channel is all about writing, tips, planning, plotlining, outlining, stuff like that, reading excerpts and stuff like that? If so, click the subscribe button and like this video for more of my content. I upload videos every single Tuesday, and every other Thursday as well is actually bonus content. So now today we're going to be talking about something very important. As you guys could probably tell if you clicked on this video, you probably already know, we're talking about book titles. Book titles is basically one of your biggest marketing tool, alright? So you gotta pick it very carefully. You can't just pick stuff off the top of your head. Don't do that. Don't do what I did and just go like, oh yeah, my book is all about teenagers and it's also about the elements. So, elements of a teenager. No, don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. Because one, I didn't even look up the book titles related to that title, and I just assumed that it was going to be okay, because there's so many variations of that title. There's elemental teenager, elementals, teenage elementals, stuff like that. It's way too many variations of that, right? So alas, I couldn't use that book title. Who'd have thunk, right? Who'd have thunk that you actually had to look up the books related to your book, right? Who knew? The very first method to this madness. There's actually 2 to 3 levels of writing your book titles and your book franchise / series. Mine is a little bit different. So I had to look up the book franchise, which unfortunately in my book series is a little slightly different because there's also spin-off series, right? And then I also had to look up the book's titles for itself as well. What you're going to be doing is looking up keywords in your book series, right? Like say it's a mystery novel, right? And it's all about murders, killers, serial killers, stuff like that, or fire, or like if it's about pyros and stuff like that. You're going to look up keywords up as much as 20 to 40 keywords, probably a lot more. But one of the things that you do have to make sure is that they're actually common keywords. So now I was looking up for the title for the entire franchise, right? So this is what I've done to come up with this here, the elemental franchise. I had to look up the keywords from my book, like rudimental, elemental, scientists, teenagers, the 4 elements: water, earth, fire, air, and ether, science as well. So I had to look up all these keywords from the book series itself. What I did is I combined elemental, because they are elementals, right? But they're also half human, half android. Instead of putting half human, half android, I put down biotech. So I added in the biotech Chronicles. So now my book is now called the Elemental Chronicles. So now because I did end up having the franchise name, I went on to the Googles. I went online, onto the Amazon, onto all those good websites, BookBub, Readsy, Goodreads, all those things and more. Took a really long time, but I made sure that this title here was not taken. This title was barely on search. Yeah, 2 or 3 other things came up, but this title was not taken. My franchise itself is called the Elemental Biotech Chronicles. What else you're going to be doing now to you're going to repeat this process, alright? So now a random tip for you. If you book the many keywords, say for example there's the rise of District 21, but there's already a rise of District something, it would be a little bit too similar to that book title, right? And then there's the murders of the Yakuza. I can't use that one because 1, that's a chapter in the Yakuza game, and 2, it would be too common anyway. There's already so many murders of the this or murders of the that. So as you can see, I had to go through all of this again to come up with the title for the very first book. And not just the very first book, but what I like to call is the generation as well that the book is about. Because the reason why it's Chronicles is because it's about 2 generations worth of elementals. You can read either one or the other. You don't have to read the entire franchise. You can read one or the other, but not all of it. It's totally the reader's choice. But I had to come up with the generation title, but I also had to come up with the book title as well. So I took keywords from the very first book because I was like very close to being done, and that's like also like a random tip too. I would say like wait on the book title for now, and when you're almost done your book, that is when you're going to want to come up with the franchise name, book title name, until after you're close to being done with your book, because you're going to run into many more keywords and you're actually going to know exactly what your book is about. Like mine is sci-fi mystery teen drama, right? So I didn't want to put in the class of District 22 or like make it about that generation of class and stuff like that. That's what I for sure wanted. So this class of District 22 was definitely staying. And then now, what the book itself was about, it's about secrets. It's about mystery. It's about whatever the heck these guys are, who the callings are, and what they are, and what in the haystacks is going on in this book. Your book title can make the readers ask a question. Like for Bethany Ottada's The Stolen Kingdom series, for example. What is the Stolen Kingdom? What happened to the kingdom for it to be stolen? How in the world did it even become stolen in the first place? Like your book title needs to make the reader ask a question. The Chosen 12, I actually just got this book because it made me very curious. Like there's 22 candidates, 12 seeds don't get left behind, right? And it made me ask questions like, what the heck is this book about? Who are the Chosen 12? What? It made me really curious. So I had to buy that book off the hop. And little did I know was that like it took the sci-fi dystopian genre, put it in a blender, and just threw it right back in your face. For this book, what I had to do is like, I had to look up things about the dark, divide, stealth, because they're in the shadows, right? Mask, because they're always wearing masks and stuff like that, and it's all about like, don't judge someone by their mask, because who knows what's on the inside. Cells, and because it's sci-fi and biotech, cells can literally mean pretty much anything. Oh well, is murderers in the cell? And stuff like that, which I probably could have put down. Like I could have been like secrets of the cell. That's a kind of like another random tip for you guys as well, while we're talking about the genres. Your book title has to fit the genre that your book is. Another really good example is that Chosen 12. It's dystopian sci-fi. And like another good example, like I know I talk about the Lazarus book a lot, but you can already tell that like it is a mystery genre. It's a mystery title, Lazarus, and it asks a question like, what the heck does that even mean? What is this Lazarus they speak of? Like Lazarus basically means like risen from the dead or something like that, right? I asked this question, I actually say this in the book review that I had on this. What you're going to do with these guys here, same tip with this one here. What you're going to do is like you're going to collect the keywords from what you've collected from. Hey guys, sorry for that random cut. Lunar decided to try and attempt to be a part of this video, and it ended up making me stop recording and everything. And by making me stop recording, it stopped my camera from recording because it's connected straight to my laptop and stuff like that, because that's always fun. You're gonna collect the keywords from the first book as well, not the franchise as a whole, from the book, because the book title itself should tell the reader exactly what the book is about, right? So I go with the elemental scientists, all these guys here, because like I was just like wrestling what the heck the book title is going to be all about. I wrestled with it for over 4 hours, of course, keying in every little thing that I had, right? And like, I'm not just like saying it like just for you guys. It's pretty standard for all authors to like look at the keywords of their book and figure out what the book title is going to be from there. The words for the book title, keep this in mind, the book title should be 1, a little shorter, 2, common words is what I find too. I tried to make mine a pattern of the syllables, so like something that will easily roll off the tongue. And it's not just my book as an example here too. There's multiple of examples here with the Aurora's End. Now this one is actually pretty common in book franchises as well. With this one here, is the pattern is Aurora. There's the pattern of the syllables as well, like there's Aurora's Rising, Aurora Burning, Aurora's End. I know I have a hardback with 2 paperback covers. The paperback wasn't available, okay? Now, like, this actually tells you exactly what the book is about. It is a sci-fi fantasy franchise. I'm going to show you a consonant pattern. And you know, right? Fancy, eh? So, with this one here, it's Brightly Burning from Alexa Dunn, right? Did you notice the pattern yet? That's okay, I'll tell you. So the pattern is the first letter of every word, and the second pattern is the amount of syllables. So it's brightly, burning, there's 2 syllables, and both words start with the letter V. This one is also a sci-fi as well. It's also partially dystopian with a hint of romance in it as well, but it's more so YA sci-fi. There's another pattern here, it's very similar to the Aurora series. Now this one is called the Number series. This one is by Bethany Atazada. So the pattern is the word again, only this time the pattern is the word at the end. It's Evelyn's number and Pearl's number. It shows you exactly what the books are actually about. It's sci-fi, dystopian, religion. It's a mashup. Oh yeah, the Brightly Burning one, side note, is a standalone, but the keyword searches and stuff like that still applies. Just a side note. I could go on and on and on about the amount of patterns, but because my camera has been glitching out, this is the 3rd time I'm recording this video, or at least this half of the video, because for some reason half the time I just won't save. I will continue a couple other examples here too. Now this one is the Inugami Curse. Now this one is a really good book, by the way, but as you can tell, I'm getting ready to do a book review on here. This one's kind of like a teaser on what I'm going to be doing next. As you can tell, like, this title like makes you curious, like, what the heck kind of book is this? Like, the Inugami Curse, what curse? Is there a demon woman about? No. This one, that's a mystery, and this one is also a mystery too, the Decacon House Murders. I like this title because it just like rolls right off the tongue. The example of this one is the amount of syllables, like the Decacon House Murders. It's the noun verb. The title depends on your genre. It really does, which is why I was like trying to like find the perfect title for my freakity frick mashup, my mystery sci-fi teen drama. Who would have thunk, right? The biggest tip that I can probably tell you guys is like, look up titles in your genre, but if you're going to go with certain patterns and everything, a really good example is Jenna Morassi, The Savior series. It goes The Savior's Champion and The Savior's Sister. But I can't remember what her 3rd book is called, but it's a 3-parter series, or like companion novels. It's pretty much the same thing as like the Aurora Cycle series or the Number series. The book title should tell the readers what they're getting into. The book title should be a good teller of what the genre is, like if it's romance, if it's sci-fi, or even like if it's contemporary as well. What you could do is like you can look into your genre as well and look for the patterns in the adjectives or the nouns, or like even like the common words that could actually be in there. It's kind of similar to like looking up the keywords, but this time like you're doing research on the book titles in your genre. That's all I got to say for the time being. If there's any more coming up, then yeah, I will let you guys know. But I am a busy lady now. Tomorrow was supposed to be my day off. It is not. The book franchise is The Elemental Biotech Chronicles. For the generation it's about is Class of District 22, and the book title is Secrets of the Calling. This year, keep a lookout for that title, because I'm making excellent progress on it. All I gotta do is like go through the book one more time, send it off to beta readers, and now if the beta readers are all say that it's good to go, I just gotta like go through it one more time to make sure that I get any last little bit of edits without changing like any scenery or anything like that, because like if beta readers say it's fine, then I won't have to change anything at all. And all I would need to do is like get a cover designed, and it should be out this coming September, guys. I'm so excited. It's so surreal to me. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for watching. What kind of really weird advice should I give to you guys this time? This time, the really weird advice will be: love yourself, treat yourself, and don't forget to tell yourself that you love yourself for sure. Look yourself in the mirror and give yourself some good love. That's all I got for you guys today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I upload videos every single Tuesday, and any extra bonus content every other Thursday. And that is all I got for you today. Keep saying number because the number is the word, literally.